All right, so welcome. Again, we are going to, in fact, Jake, I'm going to just pull up yours because I just sent it to you. There you go. All right, so guys, this is our March town hall meeting. And today we are going to just start with going over a couple of things Skade-wise as far as, we have some events we're going to be talking about in a few minutes, but just to go over some Skade news, I guess you could say. We've had some skaters come and talk to us about streaming and how lately there's a lot of people streaming, which is very, very good. We're very excited about this. But at the same time, sometimes if we get too many open streams in the same call, it can cause for the skaters that are there just to be spectating or watching to not know who to watch. And when there's multiple people and options, it can make them feel a little bit uncomfortable because they're watching one because that's who they were starting to watch. And then someone else is now saying like, oh, come watch mine. And now they're just not sure who to watch because they don't want to make anyone feel invalid or, feel like they're not able to watch theirs anymore. Or don't want to watch theirs, which is never a case of not wanting to watch. Sometimes it's just you have too many choices to watch. Choice paralysis. I love that verbiage. Yes, Ren, choice paralysis. And that can actually make people leave the call entirely. And so what we're going to do is kind of go back to the don't kind of be that guy kind of situation where we're asking you guys, if someone is in a call streaming, let them stream. Let that person who's already kind of built up their audience or whatever to do that. Now, if you're playing the same game, so let's say Obby's in there streaming Marvel Rivals. And let's say that looks amazing. That looks so cute, Jake. Although I think it's March, isn't it March? Or no, it would be for February. You're right. I'm tired. Ignore me. So let me go back to my example. Let's say Obby is streaming Marvel Rivals. And I'm like, oh, I want to play and I want to stream Marvel Rivals too. Now we have different perspectives. Same game. Same game. So the people in the call we're all talking about the same game, but we have two different perspectives. Things like that are great. No problems at all. But let's say, Abby's playing Marvel Rivals, and then, let's just say someone else is wanting to stream a Pokemon game, and then we've got someone else wanting to stream Fortnite or something. I'm just giving really random ones. Ren's playing Among Us, exactly. It can cause the chat in there to kind of be like the most wicked tennis match you've ever seen of like balls flying everywhere. And we're not sure what conversation goes with what stream. And that can also cause frustration from the streamer's point of view because they needed to be really quiet for a part because they're trying to listen to what, the storyline is saying, but they can't now cover everyone's laughing because of something else that happened in a different stream. And then like we go back to the whole point of the people that are there just to watch and have fun. It puts a lot of pressure on them to not know who to watch. I am very aware, and I know everyone on Skade for the most part is aware, you can watch multiple streams at once. But to do that, you've got to have a pretty good attention span. And I can say I'm not the only one on Skade with some pretty significant ADHD. So it's kind of for some of us like myself, that honestly is just not possible. I cannot watch multiple streams at once. I can barely watch one as I'm doing something else. So Lamb said, so what if someone is streaming very often and someone else wants to stream? Are they able to? Can they go on a different call? Yes, and also yes. So this is what we are going to suggest. We're not making any rules on this, okay? This isn't like a hard rule. It's just a, hey guys, let's kind of think about this and how this affects other skaters when we're doing it kind of thing. Kind of in the don't be that guy realm. And so if let's say I'm streaming, I'm going to use myself as an example. So if I'm streaming, and let's say I've been streaming in there for about an hour, and let's say Evan is like, hey, let's say I'm streaming Avowed. Earlier today, I was streaming Avowed and Restricted. So let's say I'm streaming and Evan actually has a little bit of time because, Evan's been really busy lately. So Evan's like, I really want to stream the new Indiana Jones video game. I've been wanting to do that. So Evan could come into the stream and be like, hey guys, Blue, are you going to be done in the next maybe half hour? Because I'd like to stream some Indiana Jones. And now the people in the call they will also kind of be like, oh, yay, that game's going to be next kind of thing. Not oh, great, now I want to watch that, but I don't want to make Blue feel bad by leaving, that kind of thing. We're trying to avoid the making anyone feel bad because up next on Skade kind of thing. Because unfortunately, in these situations, let's say there's 3 people streaming and there's only 3 people in the call watching. Somebody is going to feel bad at some point. Or let's say even worse, there's 3 people streaming, only 2 people in the call. Someone's going to not get their stream watched. And we just are really trying to avoid hurt feelings because we love that everyone's starting to stream more, and we want you guys to get the attention that you deserve when you are streaming, but we also want to make it so there's no hurt feelings that happen. And then to take that pressure off of the person that's just wanting to watch, because I will give myself as an example. If there's 3 people streaming, I am going to be so not sure of who to watch that I will probably leave the call. And I don't want to leave the call. I want to watch one, but I don't want to make anyone feel bad. And so to avoid that, I would just kind of leave the call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want you guys to do that. So you're not allowed to have 2 people stream. Nope, not at all. So you can. We're just asking, try your best not to if you don't have to. Now to follow this up, again, this is not a rule. We're just saying, just try to remind each other what it's like to be the streamer, and then have someone come in and just start streaming a completely different game. And now you're trying to focus and pay attention and you can't because there's a whole other conversation going on. That's all. Just try to remember that. You stream 50 things at once.
It's kind of a... Sorry. Can I just add?
Okay. Yeah,
I think it's kind of more, not even that. It's kind of like a perspective of, let's say someone's streaming a game and you want to stream a completely different game. If you can wait, do wait. Just wait until that stream is over. If you can wait. If you're desperate and itching to go, then that's fine. And again, this isn't a rule, so you can technically ignore all this. That what we're saying. We're just saying for courtesy. We don't want to
make it a rule. Yeah,
we don't want to make it a rule, and we don't want any upset feelings. So if we can try and be mindful and do this, we'll prevent there being any hurt feelings, and thus prevent the need to ever create a rule.
And Dusty, yes, you can stream at different channels. That's the next thing I was going to suggest. So. Now you don't have to. Again, we don't want to isolate anyone. We don't want to feel like anyone's been banished to another channel. That's not what we're aiming for. But let's say that Dusty wants to stream Satisfactory, and there's, let's say a couple people that would like to see that. And Telly is streaming God of War. I'm just throwing out one I know Telly's done. And that one does require us to be quiet at times because, we need to listen to dialogue. The best thing for Dusty to do in that case would be to do something like, hey, those that are watching mine, how about we go into a different call? And then that way we can talk as much as we want. They can talk as much as they want, or be quiet, because a lot of games you need to be quiet to hear. So yes, that's a perfect example of what we would like you to do, Dusty. But again, not a rule. This is just kind of think about how you would like it if you were the initial one streaming, or think about how you would like it if you were the skater having to now choose between multiple streams. Everyone here is friends. We don't want anyone to feel bad, that kind of thing. Okay. Now there's one more thing I wanted to add, and this is we're just going to add a little bit more to this. Chill channel. So chill channel right now, you guys can stream in. In fact, most of our channels you can stream in. We went away from having to dedicate it to one channel because we realized we were missing a lot of good organic kind of streams, just organic meaning just spur of the moment things, because you couldn't stream in them. We don't want to do that. We want you guys to play and have fun. But in the chill channel, very specifically chill channel, that is a channel that we use to have just conversations in too. So this is a channel, I might be talking a little Pokemon, Evan's giving, quotes from the 1980s, what's another good example? Volky's maybe telling us about his niece's birthday party. It's a very chill kind of channel where we just kind of all talk and hang out. So in those channels, please be mindful that this is a talk channel. You can stream in it. So let's give an example. We're all in there having a good time, and Ren's like, hey, do you mind if I stream? Does anyone mind? You should always ask in a chill channel. Does anyone mind if I stream some Power Wash Simulator? And we're like, no, that's great. But Rin's very understanding, knowing I'm still going to occasionally talk about a Pokemon because, Blue's hyper-focused, and Evan's going to bring up something because he's hyper-focused. And, and Abby might come in and talk about the DoorDash she just ordered, you see? And that's all okay. So we ask, if you are going to stream in chill, please be very mindful and understanding that people are going to talk in there, and that is okay. If you're going to stream a game that does require silence, it requires people focus on your stream and be paying attention to the point that they don't talk over an important dialogue, then we're going to recommend you go into a different channel, such as the actual streaming channel. Because in the streaming channel, that has to be observed. I cannot go in the streaming channel and just start talking about Pokemon. Evan would kick me out of the channel rightfully.
I would kill you.
Yeah, because that goes against that. But in a channel that's made for that, we need to make sure that we're now, the streamers are not making the regular talkers, feel bad because they're talking in a channel they're supposed to talk in. So we want you to still stream in it. We just want you to understand that it is such a casual channel. It's literally the chill channel, right? So we want to make sure you understand that it's such a chill channel that, we can have multiple people streaming in that, and we can have multiple conversations in that. And that is what that channel is about. It's like, if you want to stream, great. If not, no problem too. But if you're wanting to stream, and I'm talking to you streamers, if you're wanting to stream and you're wanting to actually have people pay attention to your stream, not talk through it, highly recommend going into a different channel. So chill channel is going to be the one that we really say, guys, remember, general is a little bit, but more so chill. Ideally, you'll go into streaming channel.
No one.
All right.
Yeah. If it's a serious thing.
Does anyone have any questions at all? Which you guys have already asked some great. Oh, also want to read what Nin said. Nin said, if you join a channel and someone is streaming, it's best to have everyone, if they're fine with you streaming, and make sure to say no pressure to join. If you want to do a dedicated stream, use a streaming channel. Exactly. Yep. So make sure you ask first and try to just give the person, you don't know, they may have only been streaming for 15 minutes, or they could have been streaming for the last 5 hours. Maybe you've been at school, or you've been at work, or you just got home, or, so just ask and see. And if you would like to keep that same group, because let's say there's already 4 or 5 people and they're already watching, just have really good communication with the person actually streaming on maybe how much longer they're going to be, or if indeed it is okay. But again, if you do that, please do not, I've been in calls where I've heard people say, will someone watch my stream when we're already all watching a different one? And that's when I leave the call, because I just feel bad.
Yeah, that's when it gets
I'm going to hurt this
awkward.
person's feelings, or I'm going to hurt that person's feelings, and I will just remove myself before I do that. Any other questions, Chris?
I did see a question from Lamb. I don't know if you answered it, Blue. Was that Lamb said, does that mean if you want people to talk about random stuff in there, then you go to chill instead of streaming channel to stream?
It's up to the streamer. So let's say you're the streamer, and let's say you're streaming a game that is super casual and you don't mind, and you're the one in there streaming first kind of thing, that's fine. Now, if you're in there streaming and you're doing a game like something like Telly does, where we do need to kind of pay attention and be quiet, and you wanted to stream in there too, but you wanted one that's very open and chill, well, that's not going to work for Telly's. And that's where you need to be mindful that, well, Telly was here first, he's already been streaming. That's when you just more ask, like, hey, do you know roughly how much longer you're going to stream? If you're on a time crunch, and let's say it's like Evan right now, where Evan's time is just very, very, very limited and valuable, and we know that Evan's been wanting to stream this, and let's say I'm in there streaming something, and Evan's like, Blue, do you know roughly how much longer? And I say, oh, I can kind of quit whenever. Did you want to stream? Yeah, I only have an hour, and then I have to go to work. Oh my gosh, Evan, please stream. Be that guy, guys. Be that guy. Like, think of each other, because some of us have endless amounts of time, and others of us are very, very limited. So again, it kind of goes back to that golden rule of treat others how you want to be treated. It's kind of that. Okay. Hopefully that kind of explains it.
I think it's very much that. I think it's all just very situation based too.
Yeah. Earlier today I streamed, which I normally don't do that. Ben, if that's you, I swear I'm going to kill you. Stop. Someone I hear arrows, and usually that's you, Ben. Another thing was it you? Were you tapped out?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who else is doing it? Guys, I don't usually have sounds on, and I think I had sounds on because we had a party recently, so I'm like, all I hear in my ear is like dung 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 dung.
Blue, I'm doing what I always do, is playing Football Manager.
You're playing Football Manager. I should have known. So another thing too with it is another thing, and I'm going to really highly recommend this. And this is not the organic ones, the one that just kind of, by organic, again, I just mean naturally kind of happens in conversation. Like, we're talking about a game, and let's say I'm talking about a game, and Nalari's like, oh, I own that game. I could show it real quick. Great. That's an organic stream. It just happened naturally. If you know, like I did this morning, hey guys, in about half an hour, I'm going to go and stream this game. That's really helpful, especially for people like me that's trying to manage the little bit of time I have, or Evan trying to manage the little bit of time he has. If we have an idea ahead of time for more of the, I don't want to say scheduled streams, but, more of, I'm letting you guys know ahead of time, try to do that. And you can do that in the What Are We Play? You can do that in the Looking for Game channel. You can do that in random. If it's a restricted game, you can do that in restricted. And it kind of lets people know. So let's say I'm deciding if I want to go out, for a walk, or I want to stay at home or whatever. If I know, oh my gosh, Allie's going to be streaming in half an hour, then I might want to stay and do that. But if I didn't know, maybe I would have left and then I've been like, dang, if I known Allie had been streaming, I would have stayed home, something like that. And two, to add with that, and this will be the end of this, if someone says, so let's say Allie, I love Allie, you're my example right now. Thank you. Let's say Allie says, I'm going to be streaming some whatever it is. Love the game, whatever it is. So Allie's streaming whatever it is. And they've said, hey, in 1 hour, I'm going to be streaming whatever it is. And that's not the best time, like right at that end of that hour, right when we know Allie's going to stream. That's not the best time for you to pop in and start streaming 5 minutes before Allie. Do you know what I mean? Because again, we want to treat each other how we would like to be treated, and knowing that they're probably going to get some people there is not the time to try to slide in right before and then snag that. Can you guys follow with what I'm saying on that one? Evan.
Oh my God. Evan.
Right, Evan, do you feel strongly with that too, or?
I do, yes, 100%.
You weren't listening.
What did Blue say?
I already know by the way he answered. Do you guys understand what I'm saying by that? Like, it's not if someone takes the time to let us know, hey guys, in an hour I'm going to be streaming, in 55 minutes is not the time for someone else to kind of slide in and start, because that person did give notes. You literally did not hear me, did you?
No, I did not.
Now that you've said that again, and you said that, I understand now what you were asking, and yes, yeah. I also feel strongly about that.
Yeah,
yes.
Because they did the right thing by giving notice to give people time to do whatever they need to do first, and we just want to. We're trying to make it's okay. We're just trying to make streaming a very positive thing, and the little bit of feedback we've been getting lately is just more of what we've been bringing up today. So that's kind of it. I don't really want to hammer on it anymore. But does anyone have any questions before we get started? And yes, like Nen said, those kind of dedicated streams that we post ahead of time, 100% should be in streaming, because you are giving notice on that. All right. Any questions before we scaddle along? Scaddle along? Is that even a word?
No, it is not.
Skedaddle.
Skedaddle along. Yeah, it sounds like a very southern word. All right. Well, Evan, do you want to talk about the Skade points recap?
Yeah, so not really a whole lot to talk about this time around. So this will be the last month before the first quarter of 2025, which is quite crazy to say. As a reminder, there is going to be a dedicated area going forward for the Skade raffle, so it's no longer going to be done during Town Hall. One, to avoid its fragmenting the meeting, but two, so we can dedicate more time to it. That means it, and here's the other thing. I'm adding a lot more points to quests, and I'm also just doing a lot more quests, period. So that means you guys are going to be getting more tickets. More tickets means more rounds, and more rounds means longer time tallying the points. Or the tickets, I should say. So it's going to be its own dedicated monthly thing. So whichever Sunday comes directly after Town Hall will be when we do the raffle. I may adjust that date, but it will be probably the most likely formula. So it's going to be an every 3-month thing on a Sunday. So it'll just be over tavern time, and it'll just be us in the call just tallying the raffle tickets. And then we'll do like a proper event for perhaps the annual ones. But yeah, it's going to be its own dedicated area. I need to develop it. I haven't had a chance to start it yet, but look out for that. I will be talking about that later on, and we'll be using it for the first time at our next one.
Yay.
Also, two final things. Number one, very briefly, I will be releasing some new quests tonight. I apologize, they're late this month. I know what day it is. I know it's the 8th of March. These should have been out on the 1st. But
do you know what day it is?
It's just slipped my mind. I've been very forgetful, and I've had a lot going on, so it kind of got away from me. So tonight I'll be posting new Skade quests. And number two, I will be continuing to do group quests. You guys seem to like them a lot.
I like them.
They will still be a minor thing. They're not going to be they're not going to dominate, right? We're not going to have in 1 month, we're not going to have 5 group quests and only 2 solo quests. Solo quests are still going to be the main format and the main formula.
Once a month.
Yeah, but group quests, I'm probably going to be doing 2.
I like them.
I'm probably doing 2 per month. So one in the first batch of quests I release.
Or during events, lightning ones during events are always fun. Yeah.
So that's another exception. I'll be doing them during events as well. So just a nice extra way of bagging some points, encourages teamwork. So that's kind of it. There's not really a whole lot of new stuff to really announce. It's just kind of a repeat of the old. But yeah, just keep questing, guys. You guys are doing absolutely brilliantly, and it's been fun using the new. System. It's I hope you guys have enjoyed using the new leaderboard. For any of you who've been checking it, like rather than having to wait at the end of every month to see where the points are, just to be able to immediately open it and use it. I'm getting the impression perhaps some people haven't been using it.
I haven't yet, but that's because me and technical stuff. You know, it's not.
It's not that. Well, let me tell you, it's not technical.
Is this blue-proof?
It's literally completely blue. There's no. Okay, so I didn't think there was any confusion, but I will just touch on this since this has been mentioned. There's nothing techie about this at all. All the tech happens on my end, and that's very minimal. The tech is nothing to do with you.
Lam's asking about mobile. It sounds like mobile isn't the most.
I will.
Okay. Yeah, Ren, if I have to click, it's techie. Ren understands.
I will address that in a minute, but let me just put it to you guys in a very simple way. The leaderboard is literally go into the channel, click on the website link, and boom, you will see a graph that tells you how many points you and your competitors have. It literally is 2 buttons. Click on the channel, the leaderboard channel, and then click on the link, and you will be on the website, and it will show you the points people are on. And then, even more conveniently, you will be able to you can choose which one you want to look at. Do I want to look at the monthly one? I just click it.
You know what's incredible is that it picks the month that you're currently in as well, Blue. So it's even less of a thing you need to do.
I love that Ren says the quote, click on the link sounds techie, Evan, in all bold, which... yes.
the fact that even Blue is saying like it sounded complicated, I really want to make it like known to you guys. There's nothing weird or difficult or techie.
Well, Blue and Ren's level is about as below bar as it gets. It's
literally, if you guys were apprehensive about using the new leaderboard because you thought it was complicated, let me put that to bed. It is not. You click on the link and it shows you the leaderboard.
It just comes right up. It actually is really cool. You and BB worked on this pretty hardly.
Wrong way. We worked very hard on it. We also went into great detail about how simplistic it was too. So please use it. Like that's the entire reason it's there. It's to simplify this. Rather than waiting and being in the dark for a month, you get to use it literally anytime you like, and it will give you a live update on where the points are at for each respective player. It even tells you how many raffle tickets you're currently earning. So you don't even have to calculate it anymore. So this literally is this was supposed to be a very short, but like please guys, like don't be intimidated. It's just a link.
You're getting a tired at Blue and Ren today, so we apologize.
That's all I have to say about that. And regarding it not working on mobile, Jake would probably be the one to answer that. I don't know. Like,
why don't I have any points on there?
Because you haven't done any quests, Ben.
Well, I have though.
But the month just started over 7 days ago or 8 days ago.
Yeah, that's the first quarter one.
Oh, I think it's broken by month though, isn't it?
No, it's broken by.
Your name should be there. There are some where it will say 0, but the numbers are accurate. Like I
have no idea. I'm not even there. BB's on there, but hasn't even got a 0 next to his name.
Anyway, there you go. That's the
thank you, Evan. Appreciate you continuing to work on that. The Skade quests are a lot of fun. I'm just going to trust in the almighty Skade quest gods that my points are correct, and I do appreciate you, you and BB putting time into making this so that people can see right away in real time what their points are. I think that's really rad. So thank you. Anything else, Evan, to go with that?
Nope, that was literally it. Just leaderboard is working perfectly, and it is a very easy thing to use. And
new quests are coming. Woo!
In respect,
that's the exciting part. I like the quests; they're fun. All right, so Nen, do you want to talk about Cobblemon?
Yes. We are going to be extending Cobblemon out a little bit longer. As you know, we have Cobblemon on our Vanaheim server, although we're doing it a little bit differently right now, where we're doing it through a different IP. We felt like we wanted to do a little bit more with Cobblemon before we kind of took it away. And I believe...
Or a break. Not away, just a break.
Yeah.
A subdomain is a subdomain.
I believe the plan is that this upcoming weekend, not obviously this weekend,
the 15th, yeah,
but the 15th, we are going to be doing a Pokemon race. And that basically entails going through kind of a border to world border race course kind of thing that we will be racing through, with our Pokemon mounts and stuff, and you'll want to switch between your Pokemon, figure out which one's the fastest, kind of thing.
Wailord.
Yeah, there'll be lots of fun, and we have.
I think it sounds really fun.
Yeah.
More fun things for Cobblemon coming up.
Plus some shiny boosts, of course, because that's exciting.
Yep.
I love the shiny hunting on that one. Hey, I'll be welcome. Perfect timing, by the way. I mean, we're almost ready for your area, so that's like really, really good timing.
Sweet.
All right. Anything else you want to add on that?
Nope. I believe that's it.
So guys, we're gonna do the kudos next. We do have a few things after the kudos. Usually we do the kudos last, but we have some player stuff that we're gonna go over and team stuff, but we're gonna do that after the kudos. So I'm gonna read you guys your kudos. By the way, just a reminder, kudos are just a way for you to let someone know something positive. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Can I really quickly butt in? I apologize. So I just looked at the leaderboard again. So the display is a bit messed up. All the points are accurate. You have to hover over the blue bars. So Ben, your points are on there. It looks like it says 0 next to your name, but you do have them. If you hover and you look for your name and you hover over the blue bars, it's there. But the names on the leaderboard are not lined up with the lines that show your points. So I will have to consult BB and possibly Jake and see what's going on with that. But the points are still being tallied, but there does seem to be a bit of a visual bug. Just wanted to quickly add that. I apologize, Blue.
Yeah, no, thank you for checking into that so fast. That was quick. So we're going to do the kudos, and I just want to give a real quick reminder of what kudos are. So, we used to do Skater of the Month, where we had just kind of one person get nominated. Kudos are just a way to tell everyone, or anyone in particular, hey, this was really cool. I saw you did this, or this was really nice of you. Or it could be even as simple as something as simple as, one day I was really down and I just sat and watched, someone stream and it really made me feel better. Like, thank you. It could be something so simple as just being thankful for someone taking the time to stream. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Nobody made some big event or anything. It's just a chance for us to just kind of build each other up. And the way our world is today, I feel like the more building up we can do with each other, the better. I just want to saturate anything I have to do with lately into positivity. And I feel like this is a great way to do that. So definitely, guys, if you ever are just you see something that made you smile, or you're just kind of appreciative that someone did something, give them a kudo. Okay. For this past month's kudos, we have quite a few here to read. So I'm going to get started. The first one is to everyone. It says, I just want to say I'm so proud of everyone on Skade. A lot of people are going through a tough time IRL, and want to say I see you, and I'm glad that each and every one of you is part of Skade. That made me smile. Okay, to Content Team. Content Team is working hard to get the TCG ready for the server. Great work, everyone. To Just Whiskers. For all work regarding the farm team. Keep up the good work. So all work regarding the farm team. To Telly, thank you for the awesome Sonic streams, Telly. I've never been able to play the game much, so it was really cool to see and experience them through your streams. Yes, I love that. Ben X, for doing an amazing job as birthday team lead and sending out timely reminders to members of upcoming deadlines. So good job, Ben. To Nalari, I'm just really happy Nalari is active in calls again. Having them around just makes me happy to see. To BB, Arctic, Supa, and Nin, thank you for all the help on the TCG. I wouldn't be able to be where I am without you. So thank you, guys. To Ren for being an amazing birthday team co-lead and reminding us of upcoming deadlines. Yes, Ren is the mother. To Nalari, thank you so much for joining in so many calls and events. It's been so good to see you active. To Evan for helping test a birthday pack's music, then realizing he hadn't downloaded it. It was a very fun moment.
Someone had to bring that
We'll tell that story later. That one's really funny.
Yeah,
it was an Evanism. To Blue for being a wonderful friend to me and helping me through a really shitty time in my life. And just for everything you do on Skade. Love you. Thank you. To Ren for all the hard work that you do on birthday and the fun that you provide to Skade with your streams. You're the best secretary. That's my wife. Thank you. To Lord, it's been really cool and fun having you join in on more Skade stuff. Ooh, we got to let Lord know. They got a little shout out. To Lamb and Ham for helping with the music of a birthday pack. Very, very cool. To Evan for being an awesome member of Skade despite what he's going through IRL. Yes. To Lord, Abby, and Rin for all the funny, iffy content with the cameos. They made me laugh so hard. And that's all of ours that we have jotted down. But I would like to do one very special one right now. And as you guys know, some of you know, I've had computer issues for since we probably met. And notice I haven't cut out once. Do you guys notice that? I haven't cut out once. So a huge thank you to Nalari for donating to me and helping purchase parts to give me a very nice computer. And thank you to Abby, even though neither of them want this probably going to be mad at me for doing this. Thank you, Abby, for buying the case that it all went into, because I am able to play games that I've never been able to play, and I get to participate in stuff with you guys, such as, Marvel Rivals and things like that, and do some streaming. I know I haven't cut out. And to say this was a game changer and a life changer, and sometimes you guys, you just need something positive to happen to you. I've been down with so many things that have gone wrong over the last couple of years, and to have something positive that someone does on their own very organically without asking, and just it feels good. It's a feel good thing, and I'm very appreciative. And of course, that does extend out to everyone, because stop it, Abby. Something about Pokemon. So yeah, so it's been really nice. So I just want to I was going to put in a kudo, but it's that's just great, because it does help not just me playing games, but it also helps me help run Skade. And that's awesome. And thank you guys for thinking of me. So yeah. All right. Well, what do we have left, guys? Birthday team stuff. Okay, so I'm going to do my last thing, and then the rest will be Abby's going to get up and talk. And I believe, Jake, did you have today? Were you going to say something, or is that not today? I can't remember. No. Okay. All right. So I'm going to talk, and then Abby's going to do some talking, and I think Evan's going to be there with Abby. So you're going to be last. This is last. All right. So birthday team, guys, we're about to post something in announcements here soon. And I'll get that posted as soon as the meeting's over. And remember how we told you guys a couple town halls ago, we've mentioned it at each town hall lately, but we're going to a new system, and that's where we're going to kind of put more of the responsibility of reaching out for birthdays into your guys's lap, but with reminders. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the birthday form pinned permanently in announcements. We're also going to have it put in our channel. What is the name of the channel? I always forget the name of it. It is a info. It's like an info channel. No, not introduction. Rules, welcome. Which one is it, guys? Important info. So in the important info, we're going to get Nen to add this in there so that you guys can always have access to the birthday form. And we're going to, the first of every month, either Rin or Ben, will do a general kind of reminder in Skade Talk. We'll do an @ with it. A Valkyrie will ping with it. And just remind you guys that anyone that has a birthday coming up in the following month, to make sure that you reach out if you would like a party, rather be a Midgard party or what are we playing party. And so to give an example, this is going to take effect April 1st. So on April 1st, one of the two of them is going to do a reminder and say, hey guys, it's April 1st. If you have a birthday in May, please make sure that you reach out to the birthday team and let us know what type of party you would like. Keeping in mind, to have a Midgard one, you do have to be active within 3 months of that. So we still have the rules as far as that's concerned. But instead of us pinging individually, which the problem with that is sometimes when we do that, someone might not be on our calendar for whatever reason. Maybe when they joined, they didn't do an me or something. And so people's birthdays have been missed by doing it that way. And then two, some people, when they're pinged, they feel kind of called out like, oh God, now I have to do it. And I really don't want the attention of a birthday. And so this is going to kind of eliminate both of those problems, but then still allow you to have the reminders that, hey, if I say to you, hey, if your birthday's in May and you'd like a birthday party, please make sure you fill out this form, which that link will be given every month. So you'll have it right there. If you don't have it and you want to do it on your own, like I said, you'll be able to get it in the info channel or the important information channels or whatever, important info channel. Then you will have that reminder of, hey, yeah, my birthday is next month. And yeah, I would like to do that. And you can fill it out. But you're not singled out. So everyone is staring at your name going, I wonder if they're going to fill it out. Now they have to have one, that kind of thing. We're just trying to make this more, in a sense, autism friendly. Because I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes don't like to be called, pinged individually on things. And it also does let us make it more inclusive, meaning we're not missing those that for whatever reason didn't fill out and it me. So anyways, that's kind of the new breakdown. You're still going to get monthly reminders, but it's just going to be a generalized reminder, not a I'm pinging you individually like we've done in the past. So does anyone have questions about how this will work? Heimdall bot birthday command. Add yourself. Yes, by the way, you can do that. Add yourself to the birthday. Jake can put the instructions in voice chat 1 right now. It's very, very easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Very easy.
Yeah, it means that it will automatically ping on your birthday and wish you a happy birthday in the happy birthday channel.
It also lets us have an idea of whose birthday is. So
exactly.
Lamb had a question earlier in chat. Let me go back up. Lamb, how do you do the reaching out to the birthday team? Oh yeah, I did kind of answer that. Once a month we will have a ping and skate talk, so keep your eye on that. And then also it will be pinned in the important channel. There's a channel in the information section called important info. You can reply to the ping. No, there's a form. It's a form. It's the normal questionnaire, the same one you've filled out in the past years. The form isn't changing at all. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's basically
it's the same form.
You do the form and it goes to the leads. Yeah. Ren and Ben will be the one to get that form, and then they will let me know. I make a channel, and then we plan your birthday. So nothing is really changing other than now you have the ability to react or not. It's up to you.
So what it's going to be instead, right? So rather than let's say your birthday's in September, rather than getting a ping in August directed specifically to you saying, hello, Sparkle, Evan, and Blue, it's your birthday in September, do the form. It'll instead be a monthly reminder ping, just a general one saying, hey, everybody, just a reminder that if you have a birthday coming up, please fill out the form. And so you then
just like the other example, exactly.
Literally, like
the April, just like the exact example I just gave.
Blue said, literally exactly what Blue said. So it's literally a very streamlined thing. There's no difference in the form. It's literally just now.
Here, Ren, let's get you in there too. We're going to give you one more example. If your birthday's in July, fill out the form if you want. Yeah. So it's always going to be 1 month ahead because the birthday team really needs that time. Number one, we like to give ourselves 3 weeks from the time we plan it until the time it's, presented to you. And then that gives us just a little extra time. By the way, if you want to be like, my birthday's in 2 months, but next month I'm going to be super busy and I don't want to forget, you are able to do it ahead of time too. Just if you fill it out right before your birthday party is probably going to be late if it's a Midgard one. So yeah.
Yeah. Try and send it out a minimum of 3 weeks early.
Yeah. The best thing to do is just, like I said, in April, when we say, hey, if you have a birthday in May, if your birthday's in May, I'm talking to you. So yeah, basically. All right. Yep. Does anyone have any questions? Or Evan, did you want to explain that again?
Explain some more. Sorry.
It's okay. We just laugh. It's just funny.
Add that compulsion to say something.
Evan the mansplainer.
I'm like, did he just miss the whole April example? Maybe.
No, I didn't miss it. I just decided to add even more. I was like, I'm going to be even more specific.
But it's the fact that you said exactly the same thing.
It was almost word for word, which was funny. And only you switched out the month. So, all right. And Jake did put in there to explain how to do it. Birthday ad. Again, I did it. If I can do it, I really believe most of y'all can do it. So. You can always push your party back too if you don't have the time in the month. Exactly. Which we have one right now that we'll probably be celebrating late because they weren't on our schedule and we're just waiting on them to get stuff in. So, all right. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. So I'm gonna let Abby and Evan, if you want to. I think Nin was the one working the portal, but Abby, if you got this all you, then you got it. And Evan's just here.
Take it away, anything. And I'll just.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Hello. So. For the last 2 years, along with TCG, I have been working on another project called the Gamers Rift, and it is a gaming hall that is about to be right on Midgard. I have made a couple card games from real life and ported them over to Minecraft. So one of them you've probably seen before is Super Fights. That one we did actually for our birthday team show, or not birthday team, the team showcase area, where there was a game there that you could play at the content team area. And it is very fun party game. We have another game in there called Coup, which is a social deduction game. And both of them I have been working on and off for about 2 years. And I am very excited to show you guys both of them. As well as this place that we are about to go to is going to be the practice slash play area for the upcoming TCG, which I will say TCG, I'm going to try and hold myself to it. It will be released next Town Hall.
Let's go.
As long as the mall is already released by then.
Oh, yeah, the mall. Yeah, the mall should be released by then.
Okay. So as long as the mall is released by then TCG will also be released. And this is going to be the area where you're going to play it.
Yeah, so, remind me when we need to remind everyone.
So yeah, if one of the Valkyries went to open up the portal, we can go in so I can show you all. Yep. Actually, before we do go in though, I just want everyone to know that there is a lot of entities in this area right now just due to TCG and me making booster packs for everything. So it's going to be a bit laggy today. I promise the lag will go away at some point soon. It's just because of how we need to do packs right now. But yeah, other than that, it should be good. All right, ready to go?
Oh, it's not that bad for me anyway.
I'm not at all for me.
Wait until you get to the Coup game over here.
Well, you have to remember, I used to play on like 15 FPS and I never saw a problem with it. So now I'm like soaring going, what is this?
So yeah, welcome to... sorry,
what does that sign say?
Estimated time to play 5 minutes.
Read the word closely.
Estimated.
That's not important right now.
Don't change it. I love it.
Yeah.
So,
carry on.
Need to keep
Ben, we don't shame skaters for poor language, okay? Words are hard.
No. This is the Gamers Rift.
Like me.
It is going to be where our current and also all future TCG and card games are going to be made. So I should explain Coup and Super Fights. They are both actual real games in real life that you can play. Coup is ported 1-for-1. So like if you are playing Coup, you're playing the actual game here in Minecraft. Super Fights, it's a little bit not dumbed down, but it's a little bit sped up to where like you usually would have like 3 different abilities you attach. We only have it towards like 2, just to make it like a little bit more streamlined and fast for people to play through these games. But yeah, and then also you can see here that there are 2 arenas to play TCG at once it is officially ported over. And again, that will hopefully be released by next Town Hall. I am super excited for all you guys to play. If you guys want to, there are instructions here in Coup and Super Fights that tell you how to play both of these games. One thing I did forget to mention, though, with Coup here is that you can only take 1 action per turn, but you'll understand once you actually play the games. But yeah, I also want to give big thanks to Dusty and BB. BB did help out with the interior design for some of these games, and Dusty helped with the redstone for both Super Fights and Coup. So I am very thankful for both of them for helping me with these areas. And yeah, so...
I'm now realizing my card will have my old skin on.
Yes, it will. Don't worry, everyone has their old skids on it. That's what I get for waiting so long. Anyways... yeah.
I've offered to help many times.
Anyways, yeah, this is Gamers Rift, and I'm excited to have you all check it out.
This is really cool, Abby. And you've been working on this forever. I remember seeing it come to life on Valhalla. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you guys know, we're soon going to have, and I don't even know if you know this yet, Abby, we are soon going to be taking the parkour portal in the, where the ice cave is, guys, where we have all our portals. It's going to become more of a mini game lobby, and so this is going to be part of that. We will have we'll have a mini game lobby, and this will be one of the options you can go into. So for right now, it's going to stay at spawn for a minute where it's at, but we're going to be getting it transferred over into this area, we'll have parkour, TCG, and this. There, so just want to give you a little heads up.
It'll be more like just more neatly condensed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because we have a lot of cool stuff happening in the same kind of areas at the moment. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this area looks really cool. It's very well designed. So
I love how it's like a long hallway too.
I know we've got signs everywhere, but Obby, did you want to give like a small, very brief rundown on everything that's currently here? Like
also some video on this would be great. You should
sure, yeah. I can explain both how Ku and Super Fights work super quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone come over here to Ku, so that way I can give like a little bit brief rundown. So Ku is a social deduction game where you are trying to take soul power in a utopian world. You have 2 characters that are going to be represented by the 5 here on this map art over here. The Duke, Assassin, Ambassador, Captain, and Contessa. There are 15 cards in the deck, so 3 of each of these. Your entire goal is to try to eliminate other players' cards before they eliminate yours. You're going to do a bunch of things such as, you have the shulker who was pushing me down. I was like, oh, am I sinking? You're going to have a bunch of actions that you can take. You can only take 1 action per turn, but there's a bunch of different actions that you can take with cards and with just default actions you could do. And the most important thing about this game is you can lie. So you are not supposed to show your cards. So say if I drew 2 cards right now and I got both Captain and Contessa, for example, I could lie and say that I don't have either of those. And I could say like, I have a Duke and I can take 3 coins from the middle, which coins are the currency here for this game. It is very intricate, but also very fast paced, I think, at the same time. It gives you a limited number of options, but at the same time, it feels like you have to think about every single option you can do. And it is very intricate.
It's really fun how like you can just like you could basically pretend you have like 5 different cards like in like 2 rounds. Like I might say that I might do things that indicate I have a captain and ambassador card, but then in the 3rd round I'm like, right, I'm going to take 3 coins. It's like, well, how could I do that if I've done 2 different completely different actions and I can only have 2 possible cards? How could I have done that 3rd completely different action? So it's really fun bluff, and then you get to do things like challenge people. Like it can be like, I don't think you have that card, and if you're right, then that person loses that card. So there's a lot of really great depth to it. Obby did like a test with me, and it was and Rin, and it was just a lot of fun. So yeah, it'll be really cool. And I know Obby is probably going to like do a more detailed explanation at some point. But yeah, it's awesome to see.
Well, there's this thing called a book right here that has a very detailed explanation how to do it. So if you ever do want to play this game, this is playable up to 4 people, anywhere between 2 and 4. But yeah, this one I think is going to be very fun for anyone who here likes Among Us. You would definitely like this game as well.
It's fun. Yeah, we played this. It's really fun.
And over here is Super Fights if you want to come next door. Yep. Super Fights is definitely the more simpler game of the 2. This one's fun too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Super Fights is basically you are going to get a character and you have to argue why this character would win in a fight against the others. So basically, you have black cards and you have white cards. The white cards are the abilities that you get randomized here. You can also look into these chests. Do not take any, but like you can see examples of like what characters and what abilities they each have. So you can have like, I don't know, a Tesco cashier is your champion, but the Tesco cashier has a mech suit. And so you have to argue why that Tesco cashier with a mech suit can be something else on the other side. But it also really fun. Oh, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I was just going to say it's just a really fun like debating game. Like it's not supposed to be taken seriously. Carry on. I didn't realize you were finished.
There is also one other twist to it though, and there are 2 types of playing this game. There is sabotage, and then there is randomized. So you technically have 2 abilities per character. So once you have laid down your card, you picked from your 5 black cards which character you want to use, and then you pick from your 5 white cards which ability you want to use. Well, then there's 2 other ways to play this game. There is Sabotage, where you let the other players that you're playing against choose your secondary ability. Or there is the Draw 1 white card, which gives you a random white card that is your secondary ability. So both of these are ways to play the game depending on how you want to choose how to play it. And it can be played up to, I think, 4 people, technically 5, because you do need someone to be the judge every time. Mm. So up to 5 people, technically. So yeah. That should be both of the games, though.
Very cool.
Well, thank you very much for showing, Obby. This is great. Turned out really nice.
And I hope that soon we can do like a what are we playing or something here, so I can go over the rules and help more people understand the games and such.
Yes. And like I had mentioned to you recently, and I actually talked about a little bit Leads channel too in the Leads meeting today, is it'd be great to get some media because I'm a visual learner. And I'm one of those that will not participate because of my anxiety with not knowing how to play correctly, and I don't want to embarrass myself. So
that sounds like a skill issue.
It is, but it's a me thing. But I'm not the only one. I know there's others like that really
sounds
do
like a lot of people have skill issues.
That visual. Some people like visuals, so we do need to have a little bit of content made, just kind of really briefly showing. So I feel you, Blue. Even Abby made me play. Yeah. Once I know how, I'm good, but like I'm just thinking for those that this way we get people that maybe normally are hesitant to play because they don't know how. Maybe it'll just help them be encouraged to play. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm focusing too much on making the TCG tutorial to ever
no, you don't even need to do it. You don't need to. We will figure it out. Yeah, we'll find a way to. Yeah, we'll find a way to get the media. So awesome. All right. Well, very cool. Well, thanks, Abby, for that. And as you guys heard, TCG should be open officially in the next month. We have an area already getting set up for it. The cards are made. Like I mentioned earlier, if you were not part, or maybe I think I mentioned it in the Leads meeting. Sorry. If you decided that you wanted to participate in the Skade TCG late and you were not able to get a card made, don't worry, you will have a chance. We have quite a few active skaters that are not going to have cards this go round. But Abby's looking at, in a few months from now, looking at opening it back up. Once he gets everything set up and all the cards that are made, all the ones right now currently are made, but we still got to get the game itself set up. And there's a lot of things that go behind that, a pack and a lot of stuff the Valkyries are helping with, as well as Redstone stuff and, all kinds of stuff. So just be patient, and soon Abby will be, letting you guys know, okay, those of you that did not get a card made and you would now like one, now that you see how the game is played and you want to be part, or maybe you just joined Skade too late and you weren't able to be, don't worry, you will have a chance. I just want to make that known because I've been asked a couple times now of, is it too late to get a card? And yes, it is for this round,
yes, but right now. But soon you will be able to get a card at some point this year.
Each card takes a very long time to make. It's not like a simple, we just take an hour or two. We're talking a lot goes into making each card. So Abby just had to do a ton of them. I know Waffles has helped along with maybe a couple other content people.
Arctic has been basically the MVP here helping me most of the time.
Yep. So it's a lot of work. I
couldn't have not gotten this game done without Arctic this year.
Awesome. Good job, Waffles, who's not here but might be listening. So, yay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Obs, and thank you guys for being here. Does anyone have anything that they want to bring up before we close out? I don't think I'm missing anything, am I?
Oh, actually, I have one other thing I want to say here for Super Fights.
Okay.
In Super Fights, you are able to suggest cards here for being added to the deck here. So if you ever want to add a character or someone to the black cards, you can just come over here where the anvil stack is and write down a card on a piece of flint here, toss it in, and maybe at some point it'll be added to the deck. Same thing with the white cards over here. So if you ever feel like, I really wish I could have Billy Joe. Yep, I see Lamb already doing it right now.
Looking at you, Lamb.
As a card, then, well, congrats. You can just put it in the hopper there. So yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say here.
Awesome. No, that's great.
I assume that the portal is not going to stay here and it's going to be moved.
No, I don't know if you caught that a little bit ago. I had just explained that this is going to be in a mini game lobby that is being built, and so we'll have parkour where the parkour is right now. in the portal room, the parkour lobby is going to turn. We're going to create a mini game lobby that will host parkour. So you go into the parkour lobby. This that you'll go into here. Like Ren just said, mini game island is coming up. So it will be in there, and then of course TCG. And then we also will have TCG as a mall. So yeah, so it's gonna be like a mini game lobby, and that's something that that Nin's gonna be working on. So yeah. Yeah, it's kind of we have, at the time we only had one thing, and that was parkour. So it made sense that it got its own, front door, like in the main portal area. But now we have multiple forms of mini games, and we want to make sure that you have the ability to get to all of them from one spot. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you might. Okay, the spot itself might change. Yeah, we're not sure, but it will be in the ice cave. I call it the ice cave. Some of you call it the portal hall under the boat. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's where it's going to be.
Yep.
For now, though, until that is built, and that is something Nin's working on. Until that's built, it will be where you guys just entered it today. So it's going to stay right there until we do this. But Nin's going to get this stuff going pretty quickly. So yeah. Oh, and then one other thing, if you're on the mall team and we are working tomorrow will be where we make some big decisions as far as the opening day, as well as getting your shops moved over. So please make sure you guys, if you're on that build team, make sure you're there tomorrow. And then Skaders, keep your eyes open, because tomorrow we're going to be posting of who wants their shops moved over by us and who just wants access so that they can rebuild their shop. Maybe you want to just take a time and do something different. So keep your eyes out, because starting tomorrow, we're going to be posting about that. And then the mall should be opening here very, very shortly, which is also very exciting. It's a really cool mall. Super easy to get around. It's night and day compared to our existing one, which our other mall is gorgeous. We love our mall, but it is incredibly complicated. Zero complication, like zero. Yeah, it's really, really user friendly, but also looks really cool, and it's going to have more shops. Yep. Oh, I'm going to have lot more shops. Yes, you will, Ren. Also, just a reminder, you're going to be able to have 2 shops now, plus sharing a third with a friend. So you can also combine your shops together. So we got a lot of cool things happening. So we'll be posting about that. And then one more reminder: next Saturday is our D&D meeting, and Supa is the one that is the dungeon master on this. Supa has worked incredibly hard the last 4 months on this campaign. Supa unfortunately could not be at the meeting today. They had a commitment with a different game somewhere. But come, if you're interested in playing with us, please come. You do not have to understand D&D, and you do not have to understand Pokemon. But this is a D&D Pokemon game, and you don't need to have experience in either one to partake in this D&D campaign. It's going to be incredibly fun. There's not a huge time commitment, meaning like, let's say you're like, I know I'm going to miss every other one. Is that okay? Absolutely, it's okay. If you have to leave in the middle of one day because you can only, spend an hour, no big deal. We're writing this in that anyone can play, even if you can't be there every single time, which gives a lot more freedom, because for some of us, it's really hard to like say, yes, every Saturday for 2 hours, I'll be there. That's just not possible for some of us. But we would still like to participate when we can, and it will be written in a way that you can kind of come and go. So that's really cool too. And yeah, I believe it is this upcoming Saturday at 2 p.m. EST, I believe, but let me just triple check. Which month am I in? There we go. March. Yes, that is the 15th, and that's at 2 p.m. EST. That's going to be right before the, that's okay, Obs. I know you'll probably want to participate anyway. This is just a meeting just to go over it. That's all this is. This isn't character creation. This is just a meeting so that Supa can explain how the game is going to be played. So even if you only have a little bit of interest, come join, listen. Just see if this is something you would like. And then right after that will be the Cobblemon event. So we'll do the meeting first and then the Cobblemon.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I know Riley knows the answer to that, but I don't remember. Does anyone know when America changes? Yeah, you guys changed today. Is that right? I want to say ours is
changed. Wait, you mean time zones?
Yeah. Oh, we do it tomorrow? Are we tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we changed tonight. Did you guys already change? Or is it you guys that change next week?
No, No. The UK doesn't change until the 30th.
30th.
Oh,
we got the rest of the month.
In the fall, you guys change 2 weeks before we do. Now we're changing a couple weeks before you do. So.
That's right.
So really focus on timestamps. Look at the timestamp. That's what's important.
Yeah, we'll
That's why we always do things in timestamps. Yeah.
Exactly. So regardless of what's happening, it's always telling you the correct time.
And we do go off of US time, so definitely look at the timestamp.
In that case, Rin, you'll probably be the one pinging birthday things. I'll be at work still.
Yeah, for a couple of weeks, it's gonna be wonky. It always is.
I think if we finish town hall, Dusty, did you want to do your outro?
We're done now.
Sorry.
Well, hold on one second. Is there anyone else? Because those were great things you guys brought up. Is there anything else anyone would like to talk about or go over before we close out? To be reminded how to do timestamps. We got you. Jake is literally a god at this and like created this really easy template that I can do. Yeah, Jake will get you. In fact, Jake, you might want to just put that in the leads meeting because all team leaders need to be doing this when they ping for this because you all have an American or a British person, is my guess. Oh, it actually is. Okay, maybe just repost it. Talk about mashed potatoes, taters. Don't make me start quoting Lord of the Rings.
Boil and mash them, stick them in the stew.
Oh, something like that would be really cool. Maybe we could maybe put it into Heimdall somehow. That'd be cool. All right. Well, no other questions. And yes, Evan, if you'd like to close us out.
Oh, sorry. Dusty, do you want to do your outro?
Sure. Thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with another Skade Town Hall meeting. If you liked what you saw, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to see my next video, just share the bell for notifications. Peace out.
Peace out. Ringer. Whee! I'm so bad at this. Who can mess up ringing a bell? Whoops. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. Again, if anyone does have questions about this streaming stuff, don't hesitate to ask. Like I said, we want to make this as like friendly for everyone here, the streamers as well as those viewing it. Like I said, no hard rules right now. It's just to try to be very considerate of other people, especially when streaming as a streamer, but also as a what kind of you missed it. It was we talked about it in what's it called? In the beginning of the town hall.
Watch the video that I upload as soon as it goes live.
It's like a solid half-hour talk about it. It'd probably be easier just to watch it.
15 minutes of it is basically talking about the streams.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot. So you should just hey, you've done streaming.
In fact, I'm gonna recommend that Lucario watches at least that first 15 minutes because it is important for us to know.
Yeah, anyone that streams, please make sure you kind of take note to it. We don't have any hard rules on it. We're just trying to make it very comfortable for all parties involved. So, all right, well, that's cool. So yeah, Quinn, I would recommend just watching Dusty's video or listening to the recording either way. And we will get some notes posted. We're doing things a little bit different, but we will have some form of notes. We will have Craig. Hi, Craig. So we'll have the video from Craig and then of course Dusty's as always. So yeah, you got this, Jake. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. And if you guys have any questions, just don't hesitate to ping.